Call of Duty is dead. No, but seriously, I really think that this game is, if not dead, it's on life support, because it's just amazing at how negative a response this game is still receiving. Like, I'm not even sitting here saying that it's unwarranted, because it's definitely warranted. Now, before I even get into this, I want to make it clear that I'm not even like a hater of this game. Like, I don't hate the game. I don't enjoy it as much as Black Ops 3 or previous Call of Duties. You know, I played it a lot when it first came out because it was something fresh, and I was getting a little burned out from Black Ops 3 because I played it so much. But I don't hate this game. I do think, however, that it was lazily made and that it has a lot of issues that need to be addressed, but probably won't be addressed, to be quite frank with you. So that's the perspective I'm speaking of, and you know, I'm really more so addressing the criticism from other people because, you know, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about this game, and a lot of those things are completely valid. Like, a lot of the criticisms that they get, it makes sense, and I don't blame people for hating on this game because, you know, before it launched, I was one of the people saying, you know, give the game a chance. You know, we don't know exactly how the multiplayer is going to be, but, you know, now that it's here and the game's been out for almost 3 months, I feel like we can develop a pretty solid, fair opinion overall on the game, even though most people have already done that. So basically, like, the whole point of this video is that I honestly think this game is dying because there's almost no interest in this game right now at the moment. Like, Twitch viewership, just looking at Twitch viewership, is down. I mean, you can check where it's at consistently on the Twitch viewership compared to where Black Ops 3 was in previous years. You know, and especially related to the competitive scene, because, you know, when there was a competitive MLG tournament going on or a CWL tournament going on, Black Ops 3 was easily the #1 viewed game on Twitch at that time. #2 maybe if it was a lesser tournament, you know, maybe not as a popular one, but the CWL, you know, even the beginning tournaments, they pushed Black Ops 3 to the #1 game on Twitch, you know, and that was very common because people like to watch the game. Now in Infinite Warfare, it's like people are so disinterested in the game that it's struggling for viewership. And I'm not even talking about just Twitch, I'm talking about YouTube too. People just don't want to see this game. They don't want to play it. They don't want to watch people play it. They don't want to have anything to do with it. And yeah, people enjoy Modern Warfare Remastered, you know, and a lot of people bought Infinite Warfare just for that reason, so they could get that game. But that really ultimately isn't enough to, you know, save the hit this game took with Infinite Warfare, because you had to get the Legacy Edition of Infinite Warfare just to get Modern Warfare Remastered, and a lot of people didn't do that because, you know, that's $80 coming out of their pocket, you know, just because they really want one game. You know, they didn't want Infinite Warfare, they wanted Modern Warfare Remastered. So you're not going to have as many players on that game as if it was released as a standalone title, because, I mean, that's just being realistic. So the fact that, you know, you have a game that received lots of criticism going into the whole thing, you know, sales are down, the player base is down. The player base is down at probably, I think, as the most recent update, it was down about 76% on Steam. I know that's PC, so the console numbers will be different, but if you're just following the trend, if it's down 76% on Steam, then I think it's a fair assumption to say that they're down a considerable amount on console too, because gamers tend to have the same tendencies no matter what platform they play on. So, I mean, if you take all of these things and just, you know, put them together, I mean, you really just have no choice but to come to the conclusion that Call of Duty is just dead. Like, right now, or at least right now at this current moment, Call of Duty's dead. Like, I mean, like, people you can say Black Ops 3 is still an enjoyed game, but not as many people are playing it as much anymore because it's not the newest game out. And so, you know, not as many people want to see it. And there were some people who were still hating on Black Ops 3, although not nearly as much as hate on Infinite Warfare. But I'm not even sitting here saying Black Ops 3 was a perfect game, because Black Ops 3 actually really frustrated me towards the end of its life cycle, you know, with all of the new melee weapons and things. I've said plenty of times on my channel, but overall I think Black Ops 3 was a great game and that it played very well. Infinite Warfare, it's okay, you know, I can definitely, you know, play it for a couple hours and then, you know, just call it a night. Like, if I just want to chill and play something that doesn't require too much thinking, then I'll play Call of Duty, because I mean, just to be frank, you know, this game is easy. In all honesty, I'm not even joking. I'm not even trying to make it sound like I think I'm better than people, but this game is easy, and it doesn't really captivate you. You know, it doesn't really absorb you in too much. You don't have to think too much. You just, I mean, that's Call of Duty in general, but more so this game is just, you know, that's just how it is. Like, and I'm just gonna have to accept that. But I mean, the fact that nobody wants to watch this game, nobody wants to see this game being played, and that there are so many problems with this game, one being the matchmaking, which, side note, which will be why I'm using this gameplay here. So take a look at the scoreboard at the end of this video, and you know, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not even going to go into detail. Just watch till the end, look at the scoreboard at the end of the video. You'll see one of the problems with this game right now as far as matchmaking and team balancing. All right, so I'm going to throw that out there. The secondly, you know, one of the problems is that, you know, that they're not really supporting the game the way that they should. You know, their focus seems to be off. A prime example of that, you know, we're almost 3 months into the game. There's still no leaderboards or combat records, you know, but they're continuously adding other stuff that's not relevant to gameplay or the game experience. But, you know, they're doing things like adding new camos, and they added like almost 100 new supply drop weapons, but they still haven't added the leaderboards and the combat record to the game. And that is particularly frustrating for me, because I've played several games where, you know, I'm going for a challenge, or I'm going for a juggernaut or a nuclear, or I'm trying to get a nuke, or I'm trying to go for headshots, and I want to see my medals at the end of the game, or I want to see, you know, a collection of my total medals that I've gotten throughout my course of playing the game, or, you know, the total amount of kills that I have on the game, you know, some type of statistic that I can have to show my progress in the game. And I can't do that. You know, I have to actually see it pop up in game, or else if I don't, then I just miss it and I don't know that it's there. So that's particularly something that's really frustrating for me, because I feel like that's a fairly simple thing to do, and almost like a copy paste thing to do, because, you know, it's something so simple. It's just statistics. You know, just show the statistics, show the medals, and let players see, you know, everything that's going on. But this particularly leaves me in a rough place, because I started this channel uploading mostly Call of Duty content because, you know, it was the game I played most. I enjoyed it. It wasn't the only game I played. I still play a lot of other games, but it was the game I played most, and it's really the game most people wanted to see. But now it's not so much. So I mean, now I don't really want to post Call of Duty content as much. I still do, just not so much of Infinite Warfare and maybe some Black Ops 3 or even older COD, because I actually still have my 360 hooked up, and I can play some Modern Warfare 2 or, you know, any other older Call of Duty game and upload it, Black Ops 2 maybe. But, you know, it definitely leans me to, you know, posting different kinds of content, which you guys have been seeing on my channel. You know, I post Overwatch, I post Battlefield, I streamed Rainbow Six the other day, and, you know, I post a variety of different things, and that's just because, you know, in my opinion, Call of Duty is just dead right now. Alright, so without going on rambling for too long, I'm just gonna end this video here. I'll let you guys digest this and leave your opinions in the comment section. But that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate that, and you can subscribe for my future videos. Got a lot of videos coming up on the channel here that hopefully you all will enjoy. So that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Once again, this is Prodigy. Thank you for listening.